Okay, listen, the vibes today, they're giving cozy. It's pouring the rain outside. It is, what, 1 o'clock, 1:44. I was way off. In the day, I did a blowout today because I had a bunch of sponsored videos to film, and literally none of them went well at all because the lighting's been so terrible. But I was like, you know what? We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. It's all gonna be okay. I have some things to share with you, some of favorites that I've been loving. I've not been as active on YouTube, clearly. But I was like, there's a lot of things I've been using behind the scenes while I travel, just my every single day life. And I was like, we'll let the people know. So let's get into it. First things first, I want to talk about a brand that I'm actually working with in this video. They're called Dermatica. They reached out to me a couple months ago to work together. And I was like, yes, point blank period, let's do it. And what they are is basically a subscription service with it's basically what they are is a subscription service, but with skincare. And what you do is you go on there, they will ask you tons of different questions about your skin type, what you're looking for, whether it be anti-aging, getting rid of hyperpigmentation, acne, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, whatever your skin concern is. Okay, so you get on there, it's live 24/7. So whatever time of the day, whenever if it's a 3 a.m. thing and you're like, you know what, I'm up, I want to have better skin, I want to meet my skin goals, you can get on there, fill out all the questions. It took me probably about 12 minutes, somewhere around there, to fill all the questions out. You upload pictures of your skin so you can see, and your dermatologist can see where your skin's starting, what you're working with, and where you want to go. And also kind of give them a better idea of like what regions it's in, if it's hormonal. Like for me, mine was acne. So I was like, is this hormonal? Is it, you know, caused by specific products or whatever it is? So you go on there, you answer all those questions, and then they put you with a dermatologist and they will make you a customized formula for your specific skin concerns. So like my mom's would be, you know, sunspots or something like that, and anti-aging, whereas mine's like anti-aging and breakouts. So I struggle with pimples, struggle with breaking out. My skin's really, really sensitive. You can tell them that. They also have a portion on there, which I really enjoyed, where you can tell what products you've used before in the past, whether it be over the counter or something that you got from a dermatologist, like, hey, did this work? Did it not work? How long did you take it? What were your side effects with it? So like I previously took Accutane and I took doxycycline, I believe is what it was. And like I took a ton of stuff in high school just to like try to get my skin under control, like because it's always been such a struggle of mine. So told them all this. That's the part that probably took me the longest, just because I had tried so many things in the past. But within 24 hours, my formula was actually ready and already shipped to me. And so this is what it comes in. It comes in like this cute little box, and then they just literally ship this to you in the mail. Obviously, I'm not going to show you that part. But inside, you open it up, and it has a little card about Dermatica, so you can go on there. It says, you know, if you have any questions about your prescription or anything like that, you can ask them. And then what I thought was really neat is it has your actual prescription card in here that says how to use your personalized formula. So then it goes into all the details about where you would use it in your routine, maybe some things to avoid and some things to add in for your routine. So like over here it says cleanse, prescription, treat, shows you how many pumps to use, and then, you know, moisturize, protect. Again, you can scan these if you have any questions about what's in your specific formulation. And then also you can put things like that you don't want in your formula. So like one of the things I did not want was a retinol. Like I was just like, I don't really want a retinol in mine. And, or I'm sorry, I do want a retinol in mine. I was like, I really want tretinoin, but I don't want like any other form of it. And then they say like, what works good with your skin? So I said niacinamide, because niacinamide is something that regulates oil production, etc. Like there's a ton of benefits to it. So my specific prescription is 0.025 of tretinoin and then 4% niacinamide. Then it just comes in this super cute little Dermatica pump, and you use it. Like I said, it's a subscription service, so it's every month you get it. And I also have a discount code, which I can put on the screen and I will have on the in the description box below. It's just Katie Fawn, and then Katie Fawn gets you your first month free and then 10% off of your next month, which is $29.95. And I feel like for what you get, the check-ins that you get, the 24-hour service, all the questions that are asked, all the boxes that are being ticked and like checked off, it's a phenomenal service. So like if you're interested in whatever it may be, like I said, it doesn't have to be acne, it can be anti-aging, whatever it is. If you guys are interested in that, I definitely have the code and everything that you all can use. But it's just a really good idea, and it's very convenient. And my thing is, going to the dermatologist is never convenient, ever. And so they found a way to make it really convenient. They found a way to make it enjoyable, lovable, a really nice experience. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to get to them below. But other than that, that's definitely been a favorite of mine because my skin, I have been struggling with breakouts around here and then in hormonal areas anytime that I am about to be on my period or anytime I have PMS or anything like that, any sort of hormonal imbalance. So this has definitely helped me a whole lot and I'm actually on my second one. So that's that. Hope you guys check this out. Next up, I have some body care. I have been very into body care recently and very into body oils. So I have two. I actually bought one and then one was sent to me. And if you guys have never tried Riddle, this is my mom actually used to have FabFitFun way back in the day. And Riddle had like an oil in there and it was the original oil and I used it forever. I love a perfume oil. I love anything that's like more concentrated. It's just my vibe, you know? So this is the original scented body oil. It's called, it's called Buoy, I think. I don't really know. I really don't know what it's called. But the smell of this is so good. And it's just a really nice body oil. So like you put it on, it sinks in, but it leaves your body feeling shiny, but not with a nasty, greasy, like residue type feel because that's not my vibe. Like I don't enjoy that. And then the next one is the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Body Oil. And let's be honest, we all know why I bought this. It just smells like the Bum Bum cream, except it's an oil. So like you just get that scent times 1,000 and it's glorious. So you layer this, the body cream and the freaking body spray or the perfume, and you'll be smelling like a gorgeous goddess all day long. And also it's just so nice in the summertime. Like I know some people are like, oh my gosh, I could never. I could always, personally. When it comes to body oils, I could always. It is my journey, it's my vibe, and it's what I enjoy. So these two have been my absolute favorites. I've tried some other ones. I have like the Aveeno and like some other ones like that, but these two are my favorites. This one's a little bit thicker, but I don't know, I love it. And this one's a little bit more slippery. So a little bit more of a wet sort of oil. I don't know. Next up, I have some makeup products. We already know, like actually I have 3 of these now. It's kind of funny. The Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener. I will stand beside this until the day that I literally pass away. This is one of the best makeup products I've ever used, ever. Just like point blank period, ever. So I picked it up again in the shade Light Medium. I never wear concealer. I just wear this. And then also one of the other things that I've been loving is this Huda Beauty Glowish Bright Light Sheer Concealer. So like technically I say it's a concealer, but it's really just, I think it's a brightener, if I'm being honest with you. It just gives those vibes and I use mine in the shade Light. It's gorgeous. It's very, very similar to that, but I think that this one's a little bit more on the concealer side. That one's just like very thin, like extremely thin. This is a little bit thicker, but still very, very thin. It's just great. Like it just looks beautiful under the eyes. Also, you guys always ask about my brows. My brows are looking a little crazy right now because I haven't gotten them done. I've been away. So the like lamination, all that kind of stuff, and like the tint's definitely gone. They're just not as dark. They're not really the vibe. And I like a dark brow, you know, all the things. But whenever they are not laminated and they're just being unruly and despicably rude, these two products are what I go in with the most. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. You guys already know. The brow styling wax, the Brow Freeze. And then I also use the Patrick Ta for brows brow lamination gel. It's just what I love. You know what I mean? Like it's so good. And I always use it with a spoolie. I use this with a spoolie, just brush my eyebrows up, get them in the shape that I want. I have a scar in my eyebrow, you guys can see. And then this, I feel like the Brow Freeze used to dry down, and for some reason now it does not dry down on me, and I don't know why, but it kind of drives me crazy. So I go in with this over top, and it kind of gives it like that harder, like stay put effect, which I appreciate and need. Obviously, you guys know that this has been a favorite of mine. This one has clearly been through the ringer. This is the Fawn Beauty Recovery and Glow Lip Oil in the shade, well, this is the Strawberry Plumping Lip Oil. It's phenomenal. Like, this is such a good, sorry, my freaking ear hurts. Anyway, this is such a good shade. It's so good. This is my second or third one. I can't not use it. It's what I have on my lips right now. If you guys have ever tried, I got something wide. Pardon. If you guys have ever tried the lip oils, this one's my favorite. This one and Perfect, ride or die. Ride or die. And I will not leave my house without it. And anytime somebody uses it, they're like, I literally, like, my lips are addicted to it. And I mean, like, be so for real. It looks so good. Also, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this yet, but I feel like I'm going to anyways. This is the Lash For Real mascara. Actually, I have a few mascaras I wanted to talk about. Wait, do I just have 2? Okay, it turns out I just have 2 mascaras I want to talk about. I thought I had 3, but I don't. Anyway, this is the Lash For Real mascara. That's what I have on my eyelashes today. I actually did a sponsored video with them, but you guys know I have used Lash. I used the brow serum and I used the eyelash serum, and I've used it for years, literally years. It's so freaking good, and I've gone through, I want to say 4 or 5 tubes, like consistently gone through 4 or 5 tubes. It makes such a difference in my eyebrows, and it makes such a difference in my eyelashes. I can tell if I stop using it. It's phenomenal. It's so good. So they sent me their mascara to do the campaign with, and I was like, you know, mascara is always a little tricky. You just never know if you're gonna love it. You never know if it's gonna like vibe with your lashes, depending on like how your lashes grow, etc. There's a lot of reasons. So anyways, they sent me this, and the type of like applicator one that it has is the one that has the tiny bristles with like the little ball on the end. And I was just like, oh, you know, it's so good. It is literally so good. If the TikTok isn't already up, it probably won't be, but like keep an eye out for that, because I showed the before and after of like me using it. And obviously, I mean, you guys can see my lashes are long because I use their lash serum. But this mascara is so good. It has castor oil, shea butter, apple stem cells, something else in it. Like, it just has really good ingredients in it, good for you, like lash nourishing kind of ingredients. And I genuinely love it. So it's really, really nice. The other mascara I wanted to talk about, I think I've mentioned in videos before, but is the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. I have been using this, like I used this the entire time that I was in New York. It just has like a rounded or like curved brush, so it really grips onto every lash and provides you with a ton of like volume. So it's like lengthening and volumizing, and I imagine if I use both of them, chef's kiss. So good. Okay, next up I have 2 perfumes, and then I think I'm good to go. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. If you guys haven't watched my vlog, make sure to go watch my vlog. I'm also recording a vlog tomorrow. Like, I'll just be consistently recording. Like, I genuinely love it, but I also need to get more into the groove of just recording my everyday, like, oh, hey, I really like this, or oh, hey, I'm going here, or this is what I'm wearing. You know what I mean? But I have 2 perfumes, both of which I've talked about. I've talked about this one on TikTok. I've talked about this one on here many times. You guys can see, hopefully. I don't know if you can or not. But I barely have any of this left. This is the Glossier You Perfume, and this is just such a wonderful perfume. I think it's $68, so about half the price of a, you know, regular perfume, and it smells divine. Like, truly just smells divine. It is a very fresh but feminine scent, and it smells so good on absolutely everybody. The other day, whenever I was in New York, my friend Lindsay was wearing it, and I was like, you smell so good. What is that? And she was like, oh, it's the Glossier perfume. And I was like, well, dang, I literally brought that with me. Like, I literally had it with me, like in the travel spray thing. Oh, I need to post about those too. I need to like make an Amazon video of things that I've been loving, because I have found the best stuff on Amazon since working with them. And so I was just like, meh, so I'm not going to mention that. But other stuff that I live, breathe, and die for, I need to talk about. But anyways, she was wearing this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to wear that. And then as soon as I got home, I like sprayed it all over myself. And it's also Chase's favorite perfume on me. Every time I wear this, he's like, that's my favorite perfume you have, which I think is weird, because I feel like it would be more of like a, like what you would think of as like a romantic scent. But this one does just smell really nice. It just smells clean, sexy, you know? Then this one, I put off for a hot minute. This is the Kaoli, which y'all know I love Kaoli. Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. Smelling this fragrance, first of all, let me say this. I read the notes of this fragrance. Pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy. Smells like a sweet dream, and it is a sweet dream. It almost smells like, I mean, you definitely get that pistachio hint. Like, you definitely get that. If you've ever had pistachio pudding, like the whipped pudding stuff, that's kind of what it smells like initially. Like, oh my gosh, it literally smells like pistachio pudding. But the depth beneath it with the hazelnut, the whipped, or the sweet rum, and the marshmallow bring it down to where it's like, oh, it's sweet, like it's a very sweet perfume, but it's very feminine and very wearable and just really beautiful. Like, I always say this, but the way that Kaoli puts perfumes together, puts notes together, is just second to none, you know? Like, they just do a really, really good job of that. So I love and adore this. I think it's wonderful. It's really strong right off the bat, but it's beautiful to mix other perfumes with. Also, people ask me, like, how do you know what perfumes mix well together? How do you know what doesn't mix well together? trial and error, but also I would never mix like these two perfumes together. Like if you have something that's really, really fresh and airy and light, and then you have something like really, really warm and sweet, like that's not going to smell good together. But if you mix this with another perfume that's warm, if you mix this with another perfume that has a sweet base, or maybe like a marshmallow or something like that, those are the kind of vibes that would like go together. And I would mix this with maybe something that's like floral and light and airy, but I would not mix this with something like Maison Francis Kurt de Jean's Baccarat Rouge 540, or like Jazz Club by Maison Margiela, the replica line. You know what I mean? So similar fragrance families mix well together. I love mixing this with like Vanilla 28 from Kayali. I love mixing this with actually Greenwich Village, because Greenwich from Bond Number 9 is a very warm kind of fragrance. It's a summertime fragrance, but it's very warm, and it just pairs really well together. And there's just something about this that if you have it, or if you gave it a chance and you're like, nah, I didn't really like it, just give it another shot, because I was the same way, and it smells really, really delish. Okay, you guys, I think that's all. I have lots of favorites all the time. So like I said, make sure to watch my other videos, or, you know, watch my vlogs that I'm gonna be posting and coming out with, because I feel like you guys get, like, if you watch the vlogs, you get like the behind the scenes, like all the details, all the things that I've really been loving, and just, you know, all that kind of stuff. So make sure that you watch those. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down below. Make sure to check out Dermatica. Like I said, everything will be in the description box below, and you guys can also comment and ask if you have any questions. And then I'll have the discount code down there for you as well, so you can get your first month free, and then you can get your 10% off of the next month, which is a really good discount. Like, it's a really good discount. And I feel like you'll definitely be able to see results within that time. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much to Dermatica for sponsoring the portion of today's video. And I hope you guys have a fabulous day.